Hello everyone, welcome back to BSLIVE. This video is gonna be first look into this add-on. It's called Blender USDZ by Robert Crosby. So this add-on apparently allow you to export USDZ, import USDZ directly from inside Blender. So this is actually quite new. Thanks Ash to point me into this add-on. It's a very exciting add-on. Allow you to export USDZ to bake out your 3D model as USDZ format that works for AR for Apple, iPhone, and iPad. So yeah, basically the way you install it, you just like normally from GitHub, you just download as a zip, and once you have the zip, you install it from Blender, edit preferences, and install the add-on from this. So normally Mac will unzip the folder for you, but in this case you want to install it from iosyn usdz.zip anyway. So you install it. Once you install the add-on, if you search USDZ, you're gonna find it here. So USDZ Export by Robert Crosby. So I am using Blender 2.81 beta. It should work for Blender 2.80. So let's get started. I have my iPhone ready here, just so that we can have a look at the AR very quickly. So I'm gonna delete everything. We can use the box, but I will be using Suzanne. So Shift A, create Suzanne. So Suzanne actually comes with UV. By default, Suzanne doesn't have material, but I'm gonna show it to you what happens if we file, export, USDZ, and I'm gonna save it into the desktop. Gonna rename it Suzanne. So you can see there's a couple of options. Use USDZ Convert Tool, export animations. I'll leave it at the default for now. So you export USDZ, done. If I open up the folder, we have USDZ Suzanne. We can use AR Quick Look on the Mac OS because Mac OS MacBook Pro doesn't have camera yet. Let's have a look. Okay, there you go. That's Suzanne. No material, that's why we get a pink Suzanne. So let's try adding a material. Simple basic principle material. So with USDZ, it's actually expecting setting like for metallic, roughness, and things like that, like what you normally see in Blender. So let's give it a color for now. So pink Suzanne. Gonna switch the viewer, file, export, USDZ. Save it again as Suzanne. Now it should update. Okay, now we have Suzanne, and this is already USDZ, and you can actually just export it into your iPhone or iPad. It's gonna work, and you can also bring it into Reality Composer app to make augmented reality experience. This is actually really exciting. So let me try to export this. AirDrop it into my iPhone, which is over here. So this is what's actually happening. You AirDrop it, and then you have this prompt, files. Normally I just save it into my files app. And let's take a look at Suzanne. Okay, so now it's dropped. Now you can see Suzanne as AR. So yeah, it's actually that simple. Normally in the past, so you can actually take picture. Normally, like I said, in the past, this process is slightly a little bit confusing because you need to find a way to convert your 3D model into USDZ. It's actually a lot easier now that we have this add-on, but if you want to use GLB or GLTF, that's also still kind of works. Let's say I'm exporting it out exporting as GLB and save it into the desktop. And this is just, I name it Untitled. So I do still use GLB, and then I'm still like manually convert it. So we have GLB, and I'm gonna be using the USDZ Convert by Apple. But you might find, so this is USDZ Convert, this is GLB, drag and drop it, and then convert. It's gonna convert as USDZ. You might find that's a lot of interesting limitations when you are doing the conversions. However, yeah, most of the conversion is actually pretty straightforward. You might see the difference. So my Suzanne is actually bigger. It's kind of like maybe 2 meters in size, while the one exported using the add-on is actually 2 centimeters. So by default, Suzanne is around 2 or 3 meters in dimensions inside Blender. But the file, this USDZ Exporter, seems to be converting it for you to centimeters. Yeah, there's a couple of things that's really cool with this exporter. You can actually bake texture, so you perhaps can use light and bake the texture. You can also bake ambient occlusion. So I really like this bake AO. There's also these options to export animation. So we're gonna try exporting the, let's try bake AO for now. So let's have something, I'll make something really quick. Maybe a bunch of cube. Somehow my computer become really slow. So give it a material. By default, the cube actually have UV, I believe. And create a bunch of them. And let's give it a, maybe just, this is the default shader, so that's okay. File, export USDZ, turn on bake ambient occlusions. I have a feeling we need to change to cycles. File, export USDZ, bake AO, textures. Let's leave it for now. Actually, just turn it on. Boxes, export USDZ. Okay, now we should have boxes. Let's preview the boxes. Okay, it is baking something, and it's baking the ambient occlusion, you can see. And apparently it's only exporting the one that I'm selecting. So file, export USDZ. But I really like the bake ambient occlusion format, I mean that options. So it's doing the baking of ambient occlusion. It might have limitation. Let me try, let me check. So export USDZ, you can keep USDA. There is, I don't see these options. Export animations. Any animations are baked per frame. Active object and bone animation will be exported. So that's cool. Bake texture. That's actually really nice. We need to switch to cycles. Okay, ambient occlusion. Okay, sample scale. Import, you can import USDZ, limited to static models, no animations. Okay. There you go. That's our cube. It should be pretty small, but at least it works, and it's kind of brilliant. I mean, you might think, okay, this is nothing, but it's actually, you can just export 3D models. If I'm not wrong, Sketchfab will also have options for USDZ, so whatever works on Sketchfab will work right away. So here you can see there's ambient occlusion there, there's our 3 cubes, and yep, it is really that simple. And oh, actually you can't see it, sorry. So let me go back, files, AR. Okay, that's the AR, our cube. So at 100%, that's the size. The size is around 2 centimeters. And yeah, so that's AR. I'm really excited about this ability to just export any 3D objects. So yeah, let me try actually something from GLTF sample models from Kronos Group. We have a bunch of models here. The really cool one is this helmet, sci-fi helmet. It has a lot of details. Okay, so that's one. This one doesn't have any glass material, but it's really beautiful model. You can bring it into Blender, make some changes, and then export it out. It's easy now. There's the ducky model. So this is the one that I exported manually or converted from GLB, but you can try now. Let me quickly file new general. So file, import GLTF, drag this there. So we have ducky inside Blender. And if you want to export this model, for example, you can just do it from Blender. Let's change it to cycles. Let's have, for example, small ducky on top of big ducky. And then file, export USDZ, turn on bake texture and bake ambient occlusions. Let's call it ducky. Export USDZ. Oh, it's giving an error. Okay, maybe I need to select some objects. File, export USDZ, ducky. Ah, okay, interesting. Non-objects has no attributes, select set. Okay, interesting. That's new. It's possibly because maybe we need to put these objects into collections. Move into collections, right? File, export USDZ. I might actually find a bug. So Untitled, is this our duckies? How big is our ducky? Okay, Okay, there's a scale is pretty small. Let's scale it. So there might be like some limitations or bugs that I didn't know yet. Let's make it bigger. Control A, apply transform. This ducky have multiple shapes. Oh, there's a smaller one inside. Okay. File, select File, Export, USDZ. Ducky. The preview is kind of slow. So that doesn't seem to work. But if I use export GLD, call it ducky. Oh, I'm gonna use USDZ Convert. So this one I know will work. Yeah, this one doesn't work. I don't know why. I have to investigate. I might actually find a bug, or is it? Ah, I know why. It's the shader. The shader of this ducky is not using the principal shader. All right. Okay, let's fix this very quickly. This one's using principal. It's using blend. All right. So that's a thing. The material needs to be using Blender's own material, principal shaders. If you already know this, so it's no problem. Glad that I found out about this. Otherwise, it's gonna be so weird. Doesn't work. So that's the thing with this conversion to USDZ business. You kind of need a bit of knowledge of 3D most of the time, just to troubleshoot a lot of things. So okay, that's the ducky, right? It's working. Select this ducky and this ducky, file, export, USDZ, bake texture, bake ambient occlusions. Now we should have, yeah. Seems to be, there's a bug. It's funny because it seems to be creating something underneath. It's really quite weird. Okay, file, export, USDZ. If I don't bake it, it should really just work. File, export, USDZ. It resets the options. All right. Okay, so yeah, there must be something funky with the texture. So this is the ducky, and this the one with, or this guy probably doesn't have. Okay, maybe it doesn't like this texture. So if I have this ducky with just a color, simple color, select this guy, file, export, USDZ, turn on bake texture and bake ambient occlusion, export, still giving error, and we are getting a lot of new objects. Well, I think I just found a bug. File, export, USDZ, bake texture, bake ambient occlusion, export material, yes. Yep, that's a bug. All right, but anyway, if we didn't bake the texture, this actually works. File, export, USDZ, save as ducky. USDZ works. At least for now, we have that options. But this is, I found this very, very powerful to be able to just export your 3D objects, 3D animations, export into USDZ for AR, for further processing, like if you are using Reality Composer. So you can now kind of work with your client if they want to look at your 3D models very, very quickly as AR, they can. You can just send them the AR objects. Normally in the past, you use Sketchfab. Sketchfab is cool. Sketchfab app can do AR as well, but as USDZ, it's a lot nicer to place it in 3D. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully you get something. But that's the USDZ Export add-on from Blender. And this is another quick look. This is a Reality Composer app that I just run. You can just drag and drop it. So you can do this on the iPad or on the iPhone and add a bit of interactivity. So it's a lot easier now. So that's Ducky. Let's drop Suzanne as well. My computer is super slow. I don't know why. But you can see the scaling is different. This is the one that I use GLB. I need to scale it. This is the one that's directly from Blender using the add-on. It's much smaller. So this one needs to be scaled by 10%. So it's interesting. It's this conversion business is very, very interesting. But thanks to the add-on, thanks again to Rob for providing this. This is like making AR much more accessible directly from Blender. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.